Well, good morning, second graders. I was just drinking my coffee. You caught me. This is The Terrible Two by Mac Barnett and Jory John. And you probably recognize the author's name, Jory John. He's the one who wrote The Good Egg, The Bad Seed, and all those books that we absolutely love. It's illustrated by Kevin Cornell. I'm not very familiar with him, but Mac Barnett wrote tons of books that I love too. I'm going to read the first few chapters, and I hope you really enjoy this. And my hope is for you to want to read this during winter break. We're so lucky that Epic has the whole series on here, and you can also get them from our library. So I'm going to get started. The Terrible Two. Look, it starts out with a can of whipped cream. You know there's going to be something with trouble with that. Mac Barnett, Jory John, The Terrible Two. Look at those prints for all these naughty things. Chapter 1. Welcome to Yawny Valley, an idyllic place with rolling green hills that slope down to creeks and cows as far as the eye can see. There is one now. Some facts about Yawny Valley. If you place all of Yawny Valley's cows in a stack, they would extend to the moon and back. But this is probably not a good idea since cows are afraid of heights and cannot breathe in space without helmets. See how silly this is? In 1836, due to a balloting error, a cow was elected the mayor of Yawny Valley. After earning high record approval ratings, the cow was reelected to second term. A statue of that cow still stands in the center of town square. If you stand next to a cow for a whole day, you will hear that cow moo 100 times or less. Counting moos is popular pastime in Yawny Valley. That's one, and that makes Yawny Valley a very exciting place if you're enthusiastic about cows. Miles Murphy was not enthusiastic about cows. Chapter 2. This is Miles Murphy. He is on his way to Yawny Valley. Let's take a look at his face. Notice that scowl. Notice the gloom. Notice the way his face is pressed against the window and he looks like he's trying to escape. Notice the way he keeps sighing. Sigh. That's 100 sighs today. Miles, please stop sighing, Judy Murphy said from the driver's seat. We're going to have a house now. Your room will be bigger and you'll have a yard. We'll have a fresh start. So a smile would be nice. But Miles could not smile because he was unhappy about moving to Yawny Valley. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his friend Carl and Ben. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his old apartment in the pink building that was close to the ocean. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his old bedroom, whose 4 walls and ceiling were plastered with maps that he'd tried to take with him, but were plastered so well they tore when he pulled them down. He should have plastered up the maps so well. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to Max's Market, his trusted candy supplier, and he was unhappy about saying goodbye to his reputation as the school's biggest prankster, which he'd earned through years of hard work and brilliant thinking. Miles kept hoping they'd turn back and head home, but the car just kept going, and even now passing this sign. Yawny Valley. Population. I can't tell if it's a 4 or a 9. 4,480. Come look at our cows. So how do you think Miles is going to like it in Yawny Valley? I feel kind of bad for him right now. Have you ever had to do something challenging before? Let's see what happens next to Miles. I'll read one more chapter. It was well past midnight, and Miles paced around his new bedroom. It was too big. The walls were too white. There were boxes everywhere. He should have been asleep, but he was awake because this room was all wrong, and the house was all wrong, and the yard was all wrong. Miles didn't care about big rooms or houses or yards. This wasn't a fresh start. It was a rotten start. He turned off the lamp that sat on a box and got back into bed. Miles couldn't sleep. Through the window of his old room, Miles would listen to the sounds of the waves crashing as he drifted off to slumber. Miles got out of bed and opened the window. Somewhere in the distance, a cow mooed. Moo. The air outside his old room smelled like the sea. This air smelled like cows. Today was a bad day, but tomorrow would be an even worse day. Tomorrow he was starting his new school. Miles went to bed with a sense of dread. Do you know what that means? If you go to bed with a sense of dread, you just are worried things just are not going to work out. So today, I would really like you to try reading on your own chapters 4. Just give chapter 4 a try. Tomorrow for Read Aloud, I'll do chapter 4 and chapter 5. And you might want to see if a family member could read chapter 4 with you. And this is a really great read aloud to try with your family members. I read this book. I read all of these to all my boys last year. So we read it before bed every night. I know it's epic. You can't log in then, but maybe it'd be fun to give this like a little try before or after lunch each day. So I hope you really enjoy this book. Happy reading. Bye-bye.